What's up, all you craft kids out there?
Today, we are going to be doing graffiti name art.
That's right, graffiti name art. It's a type of graffiti. It may not look exactly like the graffiti that you see in different places around the world, but it's a style of graffiti, and we're going to show you how to do that today. It's pretty cool. We're using our names. My name's Justin.
Maddie. You probably already know that.
And that's Maddie. You definitely know that already.
Yeah.
You may not have heard me say my name very many times, but my name's Justin. So, you ready to start, Mads?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Yes, Justin.
All right, Maddie. Let's get started. All right, here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna write our names, just as we would like if we're putting our name on a paper at school. Okay. So I'm gonna go with Justin. You're gonna go with
Maddie.
Maddie. Okay. So just write it as you normally would, like on the top of your paper at school. Cool. Now we could do this. We could have done it all in all caps, to be truthful, but you can do it whatever way you want. So we're gonna just do it lowercase.
Yeah.
Well, a capital to start our name and then lowercase. Okay? Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the letters and make them into block letters, just like we did in the block letter lesson. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. Okay? So we're gonna go around it. You're gonna basically just keep the same distance away from the letter that you wrote in your normal handwriting. And that is going to give you a nice block letter. Excellent. So now I'm just going to show what you would do if you've got a letter that's really close and I don't have enough room to have any space in between. It's fine. I'm just going to have it come off of this block letter. And again, keep the same amount of space away. And the letters can run into each other. In fact, it looks cooler if they do.
I think that's what's going to happen with my D.
Yeah.
My Ds.
Exactly. Okay, excellent work. Now, what we can do is well, we're gonna use Poscas, but not everyone's gonna use Poscas. Okay, some people might be using colored pencils or whatever. So let's grab our erasers from down here, and we're just going to erase the inside line, like the original letters that we wrote. So we're just gonna have block letters left. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Poscas involved. Okay, we're gonna add some life to these. We're gonna trace over each line with a black Posca.
Yes.
So what Maddie and I did was we made some adjustments, like when our letters didn't seem like they were in the exact right spots, so we just used our marker and we went for it. And so we're just gonna wait for that to dry and then erase. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to pick a color, any color that we want. I'm gonna pick this brightish blue color, and we're gonna color in each of our letters. However, we may not wanna do each letter the same color. We may wanna do like an alternating pattern or do them all different, or because after all, we're doing a style of graffiti, and graffiti is colorful, it's bold, it's bright in a lot of cases, it's kind of funky. So we're gonna get there. Right now it doesn't look very funky, but we're gonna get there. Okay, so pick a color. I think I'm gonna do like different colors throughout. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna start with blue.
I'm gonna start with this teal color. I like it.
I didn't do the best job coloring, so I went over some of the black lines that I had covered up a bit. So you want to do that? Go ahead. Excellent. Okay, ready for the next step? Okay, we're just gonna go right straight to the black Posca. Okay. So, watch before you do it. Okay. Your letters are slightly different, but the general principle is the same. So on any piece that kind of looks rectangular like this, we're gonna do. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you on this side. Okay, because you can see it better. We're gonna come across. So we're basically going to, again, we're going to outline these shapes, these letter shapes. We're gonna stay about the thickness of this pen or a pencil. We're gonna try to stay away and make a line that goes around everything. But when we get to like a rectangular piece, we're going to go up and make it like a almost like there's a T on it. Okay, and then we're gonna again stay the same distance. Now we're at a little piece here where we could sort of add it in a little, like I had done here, like I don't know how to explain it. It's like on each of the corners there's like a spot that kind of makes it juts out and it becomes like a T almost. When we come in here, it gets really difficult in here because the letters are kind of small. Okay, then we kind of mimic what's on the other side. All right, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to run. At some point you're going to run into everything being so close you can't really do these things everywhere. But when you can do them, you just do them. Okay, so we're going to go up. We get to the top of the T. We're going to do it again.
It's like a T on top of a T.
It's like a T on top of a T. And you can see that I'm getting closer to these smaller letters than I was on this bigger letter, and that's completely fine. Trace right around the circle, right? See how I'm just going into the details that I can fit into. If I can't fit, I'm not going. Come up here. And when I get down to the bottom here, I'm going to do another one of those T things. And then I'm going to make my way up inside the end, but I can't really do anything other than come right back out. I can't really do anything there, so I'm not going to. But at the bottom of this T, I'm going to jut down a little bit, come up. Over here, at the end of this S, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pretend I'm putting a T on the bottom of the S. And then I'm going to keep making my way all the way around. I'm going to get up here. And I'm going to do a T on the end of the J. Follow it all the way through, and I'm almost done. I'm just going to make one more T here. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. And so you can see now it's starting to look a little bit more funky. Oh, I smeared it right there. Okay, Maddie. So Maddie's going to do hers. We're going to fast forward it, but I'm going to coach her along. Okay. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to pick, for everything we just outlined, you want to pick a color that's going to fill in all around. We're going to keep it the same color. So I am going to pick something light because we want it to contrast with the dark outlines. So something lighter would be better. It doesn't have to be super light, but like, you know, something fairly light. So it's looking pretty awesome already.
Yeah.
It looks pretty great already, but we're not quite done yet, okay? The next thing I like to do is add circles, stars, although they're not really truly stars. They're only 4-point stars. I'll show you how to do that. And drips, okay? Stars and circles first, and then the last step will be the drips.
Okay.
So what I mean by star is like on some of these corners, and it's going to be hard because these Poscas are not fine tip; they're medium tip, which we like these the best, but not the easiest to do fine detailed work. So when you do your star, you can just be very careful. You're going to start at the top, swoop out, swoop down, and repeat on the other side. So it's a 4-pointed star like that.
You just do it all over, basically?
Usually like on the corners, but you can do it, you really can do it anywhere. There's no rules, right? We're just doing some graffiti. Typically, I would do them on the corners.
Could I even do them on like these?
Absolutely, yeah. And then also what you want to do in certain spots is you want to add some circles, right? So you could do like some progressively smaller circles going up off of the eye or wherever you feel like it looks cool. Okay, no rules. So we're going to do this for a few minutes and fast forward. All right, do you feel like you have what you need?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel like mine's pretty good too. So now what we're going to do is we're going to outline the whole thing one more time. And down at the bottom, we're going to do drips.
Okay.
So I'll show you what that looks like, and then you can do your own version, okay? Ready? So we're going to start at the top. And when I go around the circles, or the bubbles, I'm just going to stay the same distance away, okay? So this is like, we were in pretty tight before, now we're getting looser. So it doesn't have to be nearly as close or as tight.
And do we go around the stars too?
Mm-hmm. Go around the stars, so like this. And you just get around the stars any way you can, really. So I did mine like that. And I'm gonna come in here. And just, again, it's a lot looser. Feel like you're comfortable?
Yeah, I just need a good starting point.
So we still have some work left to do up here, but we're at the bottom here, both of us, so we're gonna show you how to do some drips, and it's pretty easy, right? You're just gonna make it look like it's dripping, like the paint is literally dripping. So, see what I'm doing here, Maddie? You're gonna make our drips all different sizes, okay? Some short, some long. Mine have to go around these couple stars that I have. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a different color and we're gonna color the rest of it with that color, and that will be the end of our drawing. We'll just have to go over we have to go over some of our lines that we painted on with either black Posca or Sharpie, but that'll be it. Okay, so here we go.
What's your name?
Hey, my name's Justin. What's your name?
My name's Maddie.
Cool. That's really cool graffiti you did, Maddie.
You too.
Thanks. Hopefully you guys had a good time with us. We're just being goofy, but hopefully you enjoyed doing some graffiti with us. Came out pretty cool, didn't it, Mads?
Yeah.
All right. So until we see you next time on another episode. Bye.
Bye.